Oh god, I looked down for 5 seconds and suddenly it's 6. Hold on, I am in the middle of doing something. I promise. I'll switch scenes here in a second. Setup never really stopped. We're on. Are we good? We look good. Okay. Are we plugged in? That I do not have an answer for yet. Ah! Generally speaking, I like to talk and tell stories. Okay. I'm here. I am here. I promise. I'm here. I'm doing. I'm here to do things. Things will be done. Hello. It me. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about being so late. Today was interesting. I got requested by my sister to do some running around. I haven't been doing a lot of that lately because they finally have 2 cars down there, so they don't rely on me to run them around as much, which is a good thing. And so but every once in a while, you know, the people who are driving the other 2 cars are stuck. Like my sister's at work, my stepdad's at work. Both of them are the other 2 drivers, so they're like, hey Sam, can you please run the nieces and nephew around to work, please? I will give you gas money, please. I'm like, okay, what time? 5. You know that I start streaming my end card at like 5:30 tonight, right? Yes, but can you please? Yeah, work is important, I guess, so I don't really have much of a choice here, do I? I love my nieces and nephew very, very much. But then I got back, and the internet wasn't letting me connect to Twitch. I didn't have enough time to really get my model set up. It's still a little janky, but it's not going to be a long stream, so... yeah, it's been see, I had a nap and I was up at like 4 and just it was nice until I went to go pick up the kids, and then like literally as soon as I got there to drop my nephew off, they all work at pretty much the same place. They all work at Jimmy John's. And when I went there and when I finally got my nephew dropped off, I sat there for 20 minutes. Literally 20 minutes waiting for the store to get through its rush enough that my niece could actually be let go from work and come out. So she's supposed to get off work at 5, didn't get off work till 5:15. And so I wasn't even here home sitting in this chair until I was supposed to hit the start streaming button, and I still had at least 5 to 10 minutes of setup left to do. And once I was done with that, the internet wasn't letting me connect to Twitch, and it wasn't letting me connect to any of the servers, and that's just my last hour. That's just the last hour. Outside of that, my day's been fantastic. I've been pretty high energy. I had to take a nap, yeah. My fibro was acting up quite a bit this morning, but outside of that, it was pretty decent day. If you can, you know, get past constantly being at about a 2 or 3. as far as the pain scale goes. That's why you guys keep hearing the lighter light up, by the way. Pain med. Helps my brain regulate a little better. Because yeah, I got fibro. It's one of those conditions where my brain's just like, oh hey, I know nothing has happened to this joint, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure it hurts anyway. And it can be very, very light pain. It can be very, very intense pain. It can be one of those things where it feels like you got stabbed by a knife for like 5 minutes and you're in just like one of the nerves in your thigh and you can't do jack about it. All you can do is just sit there and endure until it passes. And you can take preventative stuff. You can take a variety of different pain meds to be preventative. That's not what I do. I do have a medication. I do have a pain med, but my pain med is kind of an all-encompassing sort of natural pain med that also helps my brain regulate sending out my pain signals to my nerves, because that's basically what fibro is my brain causes my nerves to misfire. And I can be in like what feels like a life-threatening pain for literally no reason. I will just be sitting on my computer, like not even using the part of my body. I could be just sitting here typing up a story or setting up for a stream, and then suddenly the back of my calves what goes from a 2 to a 7. And that's where I'm sitting on pain for at least the next 3 minutes. And all I can do is just sit there. Anyways, yeah, but I've got that with the med, I've got that pretty much under some semblance of control. I actually can function like a normal human being most days. It's great. Anyways, you're not here to listen to me ramble, you're here to watch me play games. So let's go play that game. I don't want to do an update. I want to play the game. Goodness gravy, golly gee willikers, radioactive man. Okay. Isabel, tell us what we do today. I want to know. And so does plushzelle. Look at her back there. She's just so intent. She's just staring you down like, why you no tell me yet? How long have I been playing this island? About as long as I've been streaming. At least currently. When did I start streaming? Sometime in March, I think?
Hello there, everyone. Right now on Draz'Isle, it's 6:09 p.m. on Tuesday, April 18th, 2023. Oh, by the way, if you want a rug or some new wallpaper to spruce up your place, Sahara's visiting. She sells lots of unique designs you won't be able to find anywhere else. I can't wait to find out what you brought today. That's all for today. Have a fun day out there.
Okay. Thanks, Isabel. I'll try. I just gotta get my daily workload done, basically. Yeah, these during the week streams tend to only be about an hour to an hour and a half long. But sometimes I'll lose track of time and multiple hours can sometimes pass. Just wanted to thank you for flying Dodo Airlines. We know you don't have a lot of options, but thanks for choosing us all the same. We hope you enjoy this bit of custom DAL merch. Nifty, right? Your pals at Dodo Airport. At least I didn't do Mr. Crocker. He's the pilot. Okay, I got a present. I didn't actually play yesterday, and that's my B. DALT. Is it better than what I got? No. It is absolutely not. It's nice. I like it. It's kind of nifty. Yeah, they are the only option. They said that. Were you not paying attention? They did mention that they were the only option. Okay, time to diggy hole after I shake. I gotta shake my money tree. And then Liz and I can have our little competition to see if the money actually grows back. Yay! Look at all them muns! I got so many much muns, you don't even know how to shake a stick. What even was that? I don't know. Sometimes my mouth just opens and stuff falls out. Not literally. Yay! Gotta debugify, and I gotta go find people to move into the houses so they don't just sit there. Hey! Do you hear that? I think someone's singing. We've got singers! Yay! You guys are good. Gotta build the morale of the island. And I'm sorry, I just love when I get villagers that come to the center and just randomly sing. It always puts a smile on my face. It always puts a smile on my face when I come into the middle of the town and there's just someone sitting there, especially if it's a KK Slider song. Oh, I love listening to my villagers to sing along with KK Slider. Oh, this happens. You gotta have multiple villagers that are interested in singing in the first place. I'm surprised that Iggly does, though. Because Iggly's personality is more of a...
My arms are tired.
Who followed? I heard the alert, but I didn't see it. Somebody followed. Who followed? It was probably you, wasn't it, Cage? Or was it Lozakek? Kizek? That's a hard lol. I'm just gonna call you lol. L-O-L-E, lol. It was either lol or Lobo. Cage. It's Cage. It's probably Cage. Hi, Cage. By the way, yes, I do know who you are. We were introduced recently, and I recognize. Well, it's Lolik. Okay. Lolik is interesting. Who's bought this place, Greta? Greta? Who's Greta? Who be Greta? I must know. Sorry for the interruption, but I must know. You know what? You guys are gonna watch me do this. Window capture. We're going to capture the Chrome window. Okay. There we are. I must know. Who is Animal Crossing New Horizons Greta? Who is this new villager going to be? Oh, she's kind of cute. She's kind of cute. Okay, I think I could get behind that. That's a cutie. Cool. Okay. That is who is moving in. I have a lot of mice on my island. Chatter. I do have Chatter. I like me Chatter. Chatter was one of my first villagers in my first game. So he holds a very special place in my heart, and I am very, very happy and thankful, and I feel very lucky that I was able to get him as a villager in this game too. Hell, I have vague memories of my friend Fresh Baked Freak that I refer to as Kiki. Their name is Kayla, but I refer to them as Kiki for reasons. And one of the first times that we played together, I was like, oh, hey, by the way, she came to my island, and they were playing around on the island for a little bit, and then they came to me, stared me right down in the face, and went, you have Chatter on your island? He's awesome! And I'm like, yeah, I know. Thanks, I guess, for recognizing I have an awesome mouse living with me on my island. Not with me. You know what I mean. Present! Hose reel. I can put that in the park. I can put that in the park. I'm gonna go put that in the park. I'm gonna do it. You guys are still great at singing. Keep it up. I'm gonna go put the hose reel up. So that way there can be a hose in the park. And people can have water fun. It's fun to play in the water. Is there enough room? I can put it on the outside of the park. I'll put it here. No. I'll put it over here. That is not the right button. Perfect. No, that was not. That was not a soundboard. That was me. One of the draws apparently that some people have to coming to watch me stream is my variety of voice capabilities. Although that also sometimes scares people away too. I have a follower on TikTok who the first time they heard me do Timmy and Tommy was like, why Elmo though? I do. It is quite impressive. I blame my dad. Not in the bad way, just I blame my dad. He used to do voices too. And so I was like, I want to do those. Can I do them? And so I learned. And now I can do them. Is it because it's basically what their sounds like. So it's like, okay, why not? I'm gonna do Elmo. This is the trends now. And as the more I did it, if you'll notice, the more I did it, the more I added more of like a country foot swing, like the Southern Gentleman thing that I do for Tom Nook, since you know they're obviously related. So I do more of a Southern twang to it. So this is my Timmy and Tommy. I just don't do it all the time because they repeat a lot of what they say now. Now that they are basically just my vendor NPCs. Which I cannot be blamed for that. The game turned them into vendor NPCs, not I. I think I missed a weed. I need to fix that. What? Oh, the Elmo. Thank you. I can do a variety of voices. I know in Cyrus can attest to this. In my Easter stream, I think he even got a clip of it. In my Easter stream, I did a bunch of different voices from Team 4-Star. Mostly the voices I can do that Little Karibo does and Takahata 101 does, but I also do a lot of the Lanny voices too. I don't know. I'm really good at parroting voices. That's the best that I can. What am I doing? I actually forgot what I was doing while I was telling the story. But no, really. Yes, thank you. I've been working on the voices for a very long time, and I've been doing a lot of the voices since I was like young, super young, like 5 years old young. That's also kind of sort of my Bobby from Bobby's World.
If you guys remember that at all, the voice is really lazy. It's like Elmo, but it's a lot more on the nose. So you gotta talk through your nose like you got a hook through your nose and you're pulling on it or something.
And so that's my Bobby from Bobby's World. And that's a voice I really liked doing back in the day too. It's very close to my Elmo though, which is why when I do the voice, people immediately go to Elmo's. That's the more recognizable of the voices, but I have occasionally had some people where I'm just like, oh, that's my Elmo voice. They're like, no, that's not Elmo, that's Bobby. I'm like, wow, you got that. But like, okay, the voices that I did, what voices did I do, Cyrus? I'm pretty sure I did Nappa because I always do Nappa. Nappa's one of my favorite voices to do, isn't it, Vegeta? Right? I'm not wrong, right? Hey, Vegeta! I can fly. So that's that. That's one of the first ones I learned because I really, really liked Nappa. His comedy's great. Have I ever thought about being a voice actor? Yes. In point of fact, I would have had an individual before some drama that involved him. I would have actually had a voice acting individual. My net! Not my net! My net broke. I gotta go make another one. But yeah, I've considered. If I was told when I was 18 that if I ever considered applying to Funimation, I would have the recommendation of Vic Magonia. But then the whole Vic versus Monica Rial thing happened, and he doesn't work for Funimation anymore, and all that jazz. It's unfortunately, regardless of which way you look at it, whether you're Team Monica or Team Vic, it was still drama, and it still sucked. But yeah, I met him in 2006 at an anime con in Boise, Idaho, and he was trying to get away from a group of people, so he just grabbed a random fan, which happened to be me, and we sat on a couch for a while, and I didn't want to do like. I told him I do a bunch of impressions, and he just out of nowhere was just like, "Oh, hey, do you do Edward?" And I'm like, yeah, but that seems kind of disrespectful in a few different ways, doing the voice of an anime character to the voice of an anime character. He's like, no, go ahead, give it a shot. I want to know, I want to hear. Go ahead and do it. I'm like, okay. And then I did it, which was basically that. Then my Vic Magonia impersonation is very close to my Edward Elric. Who are you calling shrimp? You know, that sort of deal. And he was like, wow, that's really good. Have you ever considered voice acting? So that is actually a question I get asked frequently, is have I considered voice acting? Yes. And if I was in better situations and in better circumstances and not disabled, there's a very strong possibility that could be my profession. But I'm happy with streaming. And, you know, I can't work a conventional job, so I get like a once a month check from the government so I can live. disabilities suck. Just saying. I know you're enjoying this tree, but now you are not enjoying this tree. So there. I have a YouTube channel that that counts, right? I done ruined tree time. I did. Don't worry, she'll forgive me. Do I have 5 sticks now? Yes, I have 5 sticks. I can make me a flimsy net. Sorry, my ADD's kicking in. My ADD brain's kicking in, and now I'm just like, but I also have this, and I can put that in the middle of town and put some KK Slider songs on it, and then the singers will sing to KK Slider songs. I must do this. It must be done. I can live without music. Can my islanders? No. Nor should they. Can I put this in the town square? Can't put things in the plaza. Oh, of course I can. Can I put it here? The radio is on. Turn off for now. Oh, I need a jukebox, don't I? It's not a radio thing, it's a jukebox. I need to get a jukebox. Fine. I'll go back to what I was doing. And I'll pout in my corner. Pout. Nah. No, I didn't. You know what? Let's move that to town square. We'll put it just off of town square, right here. Because most of the time I'm outside when I'm doing. Stop it, Sam. Most of the time I'm out here when I'm doing custom work anyway, so why not? Yes, give me the bug net. Yes, do it. Do it. Kill him. Geez, impersonation. Throw out ideas that you think of voices that I might be able to do, and I will try to do them. That sounds fun. Cause I'm an indecisive bitch, so. Right, bug catching bugs. Why does dailies need be so confusing? House, ha, I catch house. Come here, butterfly, stop, stop, I get you, stop. Ha, ha 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 ha, I win. Bugs don't stand a chance against my might. Mighty Avali. Here I come to save the days. Boot me, I'll break your finger. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually in the process of working on a booping asset, so that way when I become affiliate, that can be one of the first redeems that I can do, since Lavina keeps on being like, I'm gonna boop you when I can boop you. Okay. I'll hold you to that, and then one day when I can do the redeem stuff, there'll be a boop and perfect cell. Oh. I gotta think of some good lines. Prince, you can't fathom the amount of dead men behind me. Oh, did I strike a nerve? God, I'm trying to think of good perfect cell lines. I can see not all roads lead to Rome. Torture won't do the trick, so let's step up the game plan, shall we? I'm going to murder each one of them until you choose to fight me. That sort of deal. Yeah, that's my perfect cell. Perfect. Oh, talks so nice. But of course, that's not the only version of cell I can do.
I can also do imperfect cell. Let's see, I'm gonna have to ask you to do me a solid and not kick me anymore. If it's any consolation, that hurt like hell.
I need to sell things.
I buy all my shit. I need to empty all my pockets, and you need to sell everything, or else I'm gonna drink you.
Yeah. So that people can understand I'm not using soundboards. I'll use a... See, here's the thing. My imperfect cell, because I'm a dragon gazelle hybrid, so people call me Zell a lot. That's why I get them switched up. The funniest Cell versus video is still Cell versus Bobby Hill. Oh. How about the spy from Mental Gen? Your mother. I'm not great at the spy. I will say that outright. I know, but it's like, it's mostly because I can't think of any good lines to use for the spy. This is a bucket. Dear God, there's more. No. I can do that whole spiel, which is a lot of fun. Which includes Soldier, of course. God rest his soul. The voice actor who played Soldier died, I think last year, which is a shame. He did a good job. Okay, so I guess I better go. I did empty all my pockets for doing that, right? I can do heavy weapons guy. I am heavy weapons guy, and this is my weapon. Yeah, you kind of miss voice actors. Then they go. See, I have okay. I have a little bit of a controversial opinion about some actors that, like, okay, Kingdom Hearts. Who out there likes Kingdom Hearts? I dug up 1,000 bells and I'm gonna bury 10,000 bells, and then my tree will be worth 10,000 bells. dick. Yes, I am an avid Kingdom Hearts fan. I have played all but Melody of Memory, because as far as I'm concerned, okay, I haven't played all of them. I have experienced all of them, but I have not played all of them. If you ask me anything about specific details of Recoded, I will probably go... What? But it's like, it's more along the lines of I played Chain of Memories, even though this still falls under the classification of what I'm about to talk about, because I played it when it came out for the Game Boy Advanced. It was a different enough game to me, gameplay-wise, that it made it worth playing, even though it was a copy-paste game, or a retelling game. A recap game. There, that's the word I'm looking for. It was a recap game. But it's like, I didn't play Recoded because it's a recap game. Yeah, it introduces the concept that Data also has hearts, which sets up like the Data battles and whatnot and gives more context to that. But do we really need that? I mean, I haven't played that game and I still have an understanding. Okay, this is a Data recreation of these individuals. I don't need a whole game to explain that. Birth by Sleep, I really enjoyed. But it's like, okay, so the controversial opinion, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to talk about. The controversial opinion that I have when it comes to Kingdom Hearts is I actually prefer Christopher Lloyd's performance as Xehanort to all of the other ones. And that includes Leonard Nimoy. Let me explain. Leonard Nimoy is a fantastic actor. He's a fantastic voice actor. I love him so much. He was such a great guy. He was a fantastic director, a fantastic actor. He could do damn near anything he said his mind to. The only reason that he was cast as Xehanort is because Mark Hamill was cast as Ericus. And the creator of Kingdom Hearts wanted to see Luke Skywalker go up against Spock. So, Leonard Nimoy was a good Xehanort, especially when it comes to the introduction. He was a good setup for the character. He understood the character because that's the type of actor he was. He wouldn't play a character he didn't understand. And so, yeah, he may have started the character. As much of a talented actor as the guy they got to play Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts 3 after Leonard Nimoy's passing, he was the head android character person in Blade Runner, the Teardrops in the Rain guy. I can't really remember the actor's name or the character's name, but he took over in Kingdom Hearts 3. I didn't like him. Like, I like him as an actor. I respect him as an actor. I didn't like him. I didn't like him as Xehanort. He was not a good Xehanort. He was generic old man. That is literally, when I'm talking to Liz to specify which voice actor I'm talking about, I refer to him as generic old man Xehanort. Because the actor just sounded like a generic old man. At least Leonard Nimoy's voice was obvious and had character, and you knew it was Leonard Nimoy. So it's like, it was disappointing. Kingdom Hearts 3 Xehanort was disappointing to me. And then they made Remind, which the actor that they had gotten to play Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts 3 had also passed. So they had to recast him again, and this time they reached out to good old Doc Brown himself and was like, hey, Christopher Lloyd, do you mind playing the last 2 games we have this guy in? And he's like, oh yeah, sure, cool, whatever. He's a very talented actor, very talented voice actor. I've loved him for years. His character in Roger Rabbit gave me nightmares. So he is very, very obviously able to disappear into the villain role when he needs to. You know, Judge Doom. That's his name, Judge Doom. So I was like, okay. That still might be, because Christopher Lloyd usually sounds like Christopher Lloyd, and it's really hard to differentiate that. He's a great character actor, but his voice is very obvious who he is. He has one of those types of voices. So I was like, okay, yeah, he's talented, but let's see how he does. And then I played through, and at the end of all of that, I'm like, I don't even think I don't even think Leonard Nimoy gave Xehanort this much character. Why didn't they cast Christopher Lee from the beginning? Like, I know why they didn't. Like I said earlier, they wanted Spock versus Luke Skywalker, but Christopher Lloyd was my favorite Xehanort. He didn't do generic old man. He sounded like someone who had the wisdom and experience of the main character of Dark Road, because you know that's Xehanort's game, which explains his character. He sounded like he was a misguided hero. He was the villain of our story, but he was a misguided hero in his own. And Christopher Lee was able to pull that off in the performance of, he didn't sound evil, he sounded misguided. And especially when re-recording the ceremony at the end of 3, where he hands the Keyblade off to Sora, that was spectacular, and he did a far better performance than the actual guy they got to play him in the main game. So it's like, I don't know. I would have much rather had Christopher Lloyd as Xehanort from the beginning. But then again, I also wish they would have kept Billy Zane for the Terra Norton, his iterations. I still think Billy Zane's Ansem, air quotes Ansem, from the first game was a really, really intimidating villain when you didn't know too terribly much more about him. And Billy Zane made him spectacular and made him stand out. And don't get me wrong, I like Chris Eckert. I like his version too. It was Billy Zane. Come on, he was the boyfriend from Titanic. He was a demon who wanted to be human in Charmed. He has range. I'm not even sure why he was fired from the project. I just know he was fired from the project. Anyways, moving on. I don't know what I was saying. I got lost in a bunny trail. Oh, yeah, you guys were telling me impersonations. You guys were having me do voices and giving me characters to do voices of. Yeah. Well, Christopher, oh, it's okay. Have you seen Back to the Future? Is that something that they have in Poland? I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm trying not to be. just so that you are aware. Okay. The guy they got to play Xehanort in the Remind and Melody of Memories, the last two appearances of Xehanort in the games, was Doc Brown, the guy in the white jumpsuit with the frizzy white hair, the doctor dude who made the DeLorean. That's the guy they got to play him, and he is my favorite iteration of Xehanort because his voice gives a lot of character to the character. Like, I believed in his plan and all that, and it was great. Loved Leonard Nimoy, but Christopher Lee was my love Spock, but Doc Brown was my favorite Xehanort. He was also Judge Doom in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, so he does like really good intimidating villains too. Cool. Glad I could clear that up for you. Yes, what? Did I do a thing? I did 2 things. I didn't get very much for it, though. Oh, right. I was going to talk about it's my imperfect cell is also my Zorak. Those of you who don't know, there is a old parody show that they used to show on Adult Swim. I think they actually produced it for Adult Swim. I'm not sure, but it was like if anyone remembers Harvey Birdman, it was a lot like that, except it was like, what if we took the old 40s, 50s cartoon Space Ghost and turned it into a night show? So they did it, and it was called Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and it was hilarious. They got the original voice actors to go, or not the original voice actors. They had the creators could do decent impersonations of the characters from the original show, so they did like impressions. And Space Ghost was obviously the host. He was the one putting on all of the interviews and whatnot. And they got the leader of the Mantis Men from the cartoon, Zorak, as their musician, and
That's pretty much the voice they gave him, except it was up here for some reason. So they made him sound like this all the time. Like, hold on, I'm dropping the kids off at school.
so that was my Zorak before it was my imperfect cell. And of course, Space Ghost was easy, because Space Ghost was basically your typical, don't worry, don't worry, I will save you from this fiend sort of voice. And then they had Brack. I'm not even sure what Brack was. If I'm to be completely honest, I have no idea to this day what Brack was. But boy and howdy, if I could replicate his voice well. I like being doo-doo. Brack. He even got his own spin-off where he basically took on the role of Space Ghost, and it was called Brack Presents the Brack Show starring Brack, and it was glorious. And that was one of the voices I loved to do when I was a kid, because I always thought Brack was funny. But then again, I'm one of those weirdos who thinks that Jar Jar Binks actually has comedic value. Star Wars wasn't always serious, you know. There was humor even in the original trilogy. And I think that Jar Jar got a bad rap because he was basically the comedy. And nobody understood that, because no, I don't want funnies in my space fantasy rock opera. No. They were always there. So, and then they also had I can't remember. Jar Jar is a Sith Lord. See, I have seen that theory and I can actually understand it. And not only that, they've made reference to it in canon Star Wars lore. The comics. I mean, yeah, you can get Disney considers them legends. Fuck Disney. It is canon to a canon. And it's not, and maybe they don't outrightly say it, but there was a comic drawn up that was like after Order 60 or around the time of Order 66 that shows what Commander Cody and I think it was Commander Cody and was up to, and his responsibility after Order 66. No, it wasn't Order 66 yet. It was, but he had an order where he was responsible for protecting Senator Binks. And Senator Binks, he watched, you know, one of his Jedi friends that was also protecting him. Yeah, it was previous canon. But they were, the Jedi that was protecting him was shot down in battle, so Jar Jar kind of took his lightsaber as a memento to his Jedi friend. And Commander Cody continued on the mission that he was supposed to do, outside of protecting Jar Jar, which they were supposed to infiltrate something. I don't remember the details exactly, but he got himself in a bit of a scrape with some droids and was about to freaking die when suddenly out of nowhere there was a lightsaber being thrown around, cut down all of the freaking droids, and Commander Cody himself was like, the precision of that throw had to have been from a Jedi Knight. It had to have been. So he thought that the Jedi Knight that had been struck down would, you know, somehow came back because the Force works in mysterious ways. Well, the lightsaber returned to the hands of Jar Jar Binks, who held the lightsaber in one of Qui-Gon Jinn's favored lightsaber style stances, and he did it perfect. And it wasn't until Commander Cody noticed him that he started to clumsily toss the lightsaber around, like, oh, Misa, no, how to do this, ah! And it's like, you just did a perfect lightsaber throw. You're not that lucky. There had to be skill behind it, which means Jar Jar had to have had skill or training with a lightsaber at some point. So even if that doesn't prove that Jar Jar's a Sith Lord, it proves that he can use a fucking lightsaber. It proves that he's a Force sensitive. Because only Force sensitives can use a lightsaber with that precision. Yeah, exactly. Obi-Wan says in the first freaking episode, in my experience, there's no such thing as luck. Yes, give me the money. Give me all your money. Not all of it, but enough. Give me money. Okay. I must now go get one of my tickets and fly to an island. I have to empty my pockets before I do that, though. The Jedi don't believe in luck because they've never experienced luck, which also means if they've never experienced luck, they couldn't have experienced Jar Jar Binks. But Jar Jar Binks was a huge part of the prequel trilogy. So the things he did couldn't have been luck. He could have. You see Grogu using that sort of mind meld connection thing with multiple animals in the Mandalorian. So it's not like canon says that it can't be done. We have valid proof that it can. Okay, I need to go sell a few things and get my fossils assessed. But then we can do the island hopping. But yeah, if Jar Jar did something like that in an episode of the Clone Wars, he has to be a Force sensitive. And that's something that see, you can be Force sensitive and not be Jedi or Sith. If you want proof of it in canon, as much as people hate the sequel trilogy, Finn. Finn is a Force sensitive, but he is neither Jedi or Sith. He's just force sensitive. Because he doesn't, you know, he doesn't pick the path of the Sith or the Jedi. He doesn't use the light or dark. He just has a good relationship with the general force as a whole. So it allows him to be able to use it. Right? That'd be the day. No! I didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that. No, you do. God dang it. I want to shake a the tree. Let me shake a the tree. Shake it. Thoughts on new Ahsoka trailer? Haven't seen it. Thoughts on new Ahsoka? Yes. I like Rosario Dawson in the role. Am I a little upset that it's not the voice actor they got to do it for the animated versions? A little. But Rosario Dawson has always looked the role. And Rosario Dawson is a phenomenal actress. I loved her performance in Rent. Eagle Eye, it wasn't a great movie, but I still loved her performance in it. I've loved everything I've seen her do. In a book long past. But they also made Jabba the Hutt's father a villain. You can't digest. Like, they fed him to a Sarlacc pit, and he came back the next book and just. You can't digest a Hutt. We're indigestible. When has that been established? I used to read some of the books back in high school. You could probably already tell, but I was a little bit of a nerd in junior high and high school. Very socially awkward too. I'm glad that went away. You ever tried to eat a Hutt? No, but the Sarlacc did. Spit him right back out. It was like, oh, gross slug. This escargot is raw. How dare. Feed me more bounty hunters. Send down that Lando Calrissian guy. I'm curious how he tastes. I'm kidding. Yes, I will talk about Vor, but I am not the Predator. I am too small for that. Look at that. That's a plush. That is an actual plus size, and I am smaller than it. Do you think this belly could handle a Hutt? This belly couldn't even handle a butt. I said that one on purpose. Cyrus clipped me once, or clipped me a few times, but one of the clips he clipped was I was saying that I was going to clap my thighs to make clapping sounds because my hands were too busy on my controller playing, and because of modern vernacular, my brain said clap my thighs. My mouth said clap my cheeks. And so Cyrus gave me a little bit of hell for that, and I'm like, don't clip that. And he clipped it because He's a little bit of an asshole sometimes, but that's okay. He's an asshole in the good way. Those do exist. I gotta go get my fossils assessed now that I have dug them all up. And I know that I have dug them all up this time. Yes, this is generally how our daily streams go. This is how I do my dailies. Is I go out and I try and I fail to pay proper attention. Because I have ADD. And I can never for the life of me keep my brain focused on one damn thing. I need you to assess these fossil thingies that I dug up out of the ground. I need to know what they are, so that way I can know if you'll even take them, because if you don't take them, then I will have to slap you in the face. Good, he will take some of them. I did not want to slap the owl in the face. Their beaks hurt with... Owls are bird of prey, damn it. If I slapped it at the point of its beak, it would scare my hand. Oh, what is wrong with me? That's a very loaded question. Make donations. Gotta donate all the things that I can donate and empty my pockets. I can't sell all the things, damn it. I want to sell all the things. Please sell all the things. I wanted to sell all the things. Okay. So back to the voice acting stuff. See, I get distracted, but I do circle back. There was a book in the old canon called Planet of Life or something. There was a story about a young man. Ha! Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Of course, oh, don't bother them, Anakin. They seem to be enjoying themselves. Just let them enjoy themselves. But my master, I need to know more about this vor thing. Oh, trust me, Anakin. You don't want to know any more than you can already see. Okay, my master. I am legitimately sad that I do those voices as well as I do. How dare I? Fine, I'll put the money tree here this time. Just so I can get it out of my pockets. But master, they're letting themselves be consumed by the captain. Oh, it doesn't look like that hurts them that much. Just let them do it. Oh no, Anakin's trigger word. Do it. Kill him. Yeah, I can do some Star Trek or Star Wars. I could probably do some Star Trek too. I can do both versions of Sheev Palpatine. Have you ever heard the tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise? And especially what did he do in the original trilogy? Oh, I'm afraid that our shields will be quite operational when your friends arrive. I suppose so. I was an artist before I was a vorphile. That's how it was. That's how that happened for me. Damn it, I missed one. No, I was just an artist. I did a lot of drawings and stuff, and then one day I just discovered that I liked vor, so I started trying to learn how to draw the vor that I liked how to do. Because that was a cohesive sentence. Why am I... No, 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 no. That's a spoder. Did that son of a bitch just? It did! How dare! How dare you, sir? I was facing my fears and everything. I'm an arachnophobe. I don't like spiders, but I was gonna face my fear and catch that damn spider if it was the last thing I do. But didn't let me. Stupid spider. You make me look bad. Oh yeah, my I don't know if this is stream appropriate, but my stepmom, I used to, okay, as I said in my last stream, I was raised in a cult, the Mormon cult. And so because of that, I was not allowed to draw explicit materials. Granted, I was 16, so that was understandable, but these were like private drawings, right? I wasn't sharing them on the internet or anything like. I wasn't sharing them at all. They were just my private drawings. My stepmom found out that I was doing adult artwork. She didn't like that so much because she was a devout Mormon. So she would regularly go through my art, and if it was anime related or if it was not safe for work, she would take it out back and burn it. So I was forced to draw safe for work, even for a few years after that, because I was afraid that if my stepmom could do something like that, what if a roommate didn't like that I drew not safe for work stuff and started burning my, like it put like PTSD triggers in my head, because of course it did. I have since, we've reconciled a bit since then. Oh, hi Mike. Great story to come in on. We've reconciled a bit since then because I didn't want to hold on to that kind of poison, but anyway, I'm getting a fossil assessed, and then I'm gonna sell stuff and then hopefully get on a plane to do some island grinding stuff. Yes, keep it. One last thing that goes in my pockets. She didn't like that I was a furry. She didn't like that I was into anime. Hell, she didn't like that I went to conventions. But by the time I started going to conventions, I was 18 and she couldn't stop me. She did try on occasion, because when I got into cosplay, she liked the fact that I was getting into costuming because she really likes Halloween. So she'd let the cosplay group come over and work with her sewing stuff. so we could get the costumes done in good time. She liked my friends. She liked getting to know my friends better, and she liked gatherings in her living room, especially if they were to deal with like things she was interested in, like costume making. So she got into the costume making, but she didn't like that it was anime. But she'd still help with the costuming because she knew how to do the costuming. We didn't. She was also into drama, so when we mentioned performances on stage, she'd be like, oh, that sounds like fun, and she'd let us, you know, she'd give us some space to do our choreography and whatnot for those sort of performances. But yeah, it was weird. She wouldn't even try to sit down and watch any anime with me, which was really weird. If you really stop to think about it, that she wouldn't take time to understand something that one of her kids were into. Yeah, I get it. That I wasn't one of her blood kids, but she did think of us as kids. But I can appreciate that my dad did. There was this one time I can remember where my dad didn't like anime either. He didn't understand it. But at the same token, he was also one of those ones who introduced me in my youth to shows like Johnny Quest and Speed Racer, which are imported anime that was dubbed over in English. It's just because most people didn't understand what anime was back then, and because back then Japanese cartoons were very similar to Hanna-Barbera cartoons. They were basically indistinguishable. Oh, hello, hi. What's up?
Samantha, I heard all about what you're up to. How you doing? How you going to make Draz'Isle so famous that KK will come here and go on a tour? If that actually happens, oh my gosh, that'd be so cool, so wild. Oh gosh, so amazing. You know what? I'm going to help you chase this crazy dream. What can I do? I got it! What if we, make a powerful spot somewhere on the island? Just a big, powerful center of good vibes. This is the fabbest of fab ideas, don't you think so?
Yeah. Well, Hanna-Barbera got the rights to it, but I think Johnny Quest might have been, because they outsourced a lot of animation back then. Like some of Scooby-Doo was done, I think somewhere in the Middle East, but it's got a similar animation style to Scooby-Doo, so maybe it was Hanna-Barbera. I don't know. But regardless, he introduced me to those types of cartoons. So Cookie's gonna help me, give me something to help make the island. It's a metal can. Gives off strong energy, I guess. Okay. Thanks, Cookie. Right? But so he introduced me to cartoons and whatnot, so he couldn't really blame me too much for my adoration of cartoons and animation. We gotta go at 2 a.m. Oh yeah, that sounds like a good time to go to sleep. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you rest really, really well. And good luck on those commissions. I'm going to be back here doing this again on Thursday at the same time, same spot. So hopefully I'll see you then. Bye. Have a good one. Go sleep. Go sleep. Do it. But yes, get some good rest, Lolik. I will do my best. So, there was one day where I got my dinner and I sat down during the anime block because they let me watch the anime block even if they didn't understand why I enjoyed it. The fact that I enjoyed it was enough for them to let me sit and watch it. But my stepmom wasn't a huge fan of it, but my dad was, you know, semi okay with it, and sometimes he'd be home in time to from work to at least come in and be like, oh hey, you're watching a thing, you can go ahead and watch your thing, I'll focus on my own thing for a little while before we go watch the news, because my dad was a Republican. And it's the moth that I gotta hold on to. Okay. And then just one day, I was watching, they had a presentation of Gundam Wing Endless Waltz, which, if anybody has seen Gundam Wing, it is a very political anime. It's like, if you don't like the politics of Star Wars, you're not going to like this anime. It's a very political and intelligently driven anime with mobile suits and lots of fighting. So my dad, of all days, decided, you know what? I'm going to sit and watch some anime with my kid. So that way I can understand why my kid likes it. And he sat down and he watched the entirety of Endless Waltz with me. It's a good freaking movie, if you ask me. I think it was very well done. It's one of my favorite anime movies. It's not Miyazaki by any means, but it was good. I enjoyed it. And by the time the movie was over, he actually turned to me and said, I will never say shit about you watching anime again. That was incredible. And I'm like, yeah, it's not just for kids. A lot of it is for kids, but the Japanese don't aim their cartoons just at kids. And that, I don't know, he kind of seemed to take that as a personal jab, because after that he wanted me to start trying to draw a lot more Peanuts and Snoopy and Garfield and stuff, like American, classic American cartoon characters and whatnot. But I kept drawing the anime because he's just like, well, why don't you ever do this? And I'm like, it's not because I can't. It is literally not because I can't. And, well, prove it. Okay, sits and draws Snoopy. Okay, we'll draw Charlie Brown. Sits and draws Charlie Brown. What about Garfield? I sit and draw frickin' Odie. And he stares at me and says, so then why don't you draw these things? I'm like, because these aren't the cartoons that interest me. And once again, he stopped giving me shit about it. Because then he realized, oh, right, my kid's not me. Should probably have thought of that. But yeah, he wound up really liking, he didn't understand Dragon Ball, which, you know, not everybody does. It's a fighting anime. He didn't get Yu Yu Hakusho too much either, because once again, it's a different variation of a fighting anime. He did occasionally come and sit down when I'd watch Gundam Wing, so that he can get some context on the movie he watched. But yeah, in general, he wasn't a huge anime fan, but he appreciated the anime could be good. God rest his soul. He died about a decade ago. No, I don't need to assess fossils. I have donations. It's a bug. You're gonna love it. See? He loves it so much. Bugs are his favorite thing. Nope, I'm good. Jolly good. What all else do I have in my pockets? Okay, I gotta drop some stuff off at home. Another reason I need to visit other islands, villagers. Villagers. As you've noticed, villagers don't exactly trickle in too terribly quickly if you don't go out and do something about it yourself. Why is my light out? I have a light on. There we go. There's my hamster I never feed. I'm surprised it's still running in its wheel. I got a net. Spiders can't hurt me now. Unless they blindside me, which would absolutely suck. I have a ticket, and I forgot to pull it out of my storage. I'm a genius, guys. Where are my tickets? Give me my tickets. I need at least one of my tickets. Can I please have one of my tickets? Thank you. I got one of my tickets. Oh! At the beginning of the stream I was going to do some Lanny impersonations since I did Taka and Little Karibo last time. Let's see. What voices does Lanny do? Gotta step away for a bit. Oh, okay. I gotta go fly like a dodo to another island. Didn't really fit there. Okay. I might be done by then. We'll see. I wanna fly like an eagle, fly right into the future. Yes, I have a Nook Mile ticket. I want to use it. Use the Nook Mile ticket. Okay. Yes, I am all packed. It's time for takeoff, and hopefully there is a villager on the island, so I can be like, "Hey, move to my island, damn it!" And then they'll be like, "But why?" And I'll be like, "Because it is the best damn island that has ever islanded." And they'll be like, "I'm skeptical," and I'll be like, "You're not allowed to be. Just move there." Go catch some bees and chop some trees is what he says, but what is actually going to happen is I see a villager! I see what looks to be a magnificent cock back there. Oi! Oi, you chicken rooster thingy! I want your magnificent cock on my island! I will convince you! And then maybe tomorrow after my art stream I can go out to my shed and see if I can find any of those frickin' amiibos. Because I have amiibos of my favorite villagers that I can use to bring them to my island. I just haven't. Which is dumb. I just haven't had a lot of free time to see. I've been making a YouTube Let's Play series with the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, the April Fool's Sonic game that actually wound up being a really good murder mystery visual novel game. And I also have been trying to keep up with my TikTok channel because I do lots of TikTokies. I have fun doing the TikTok short videos. I do skits on VR chat and I do clips from here. But I've been working on those. I've been working on assets. I've been working on art. I've been a busy little Bali over the last week or so. I got a fossil. How am I gonna get that assessed? There's no museum on this island. Hello, friend. Benedict. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Benedict. I'm visiting this island today. You're Samantha? From Draz'Isle? That's really cool. This island's real neat, right? Let's have some fun together while we're both here. Who? So he's supposed to be a rooster, yeah? He got the waddle on top and all that. Oi, are you a rooster? This island has so much nature. Every place you look is nature. It's really neat. I could stay here forever pointing at stuff saying, "That's nature!" Man, it'd be really neat to live on an island like this. Full time, I mean. Just living like pointing at nature and saying, "Damn, that's nature right there." Well, why don't you come live on my island? There's a lot of nature there. Huh? You live on Draz'Isle, right? Is it like this here there too? Whoa, I want to go. If your island's as cool as you, then I want to go, Samantha. Well, I'll be waiting there for you. By the way, what should I do? What should I do to move to Draz'Isle? So if I call you your Mr. Tom Nook, he'll tell me everything? Thanks, I'll give him a call and say hi. Today's the best day since I found out what Biscotti is. He actually called it Biscotti. I think I'm gonna like this villager. His name is Benedict, and as weird as this is, I tried to go kind of British with it, but it seems to have landed in somewhere like New Zealand. Where it's somewhere between British and Australian. So I guess he's just gonna be New Zealander. Excuse me, Benedict. I cannot wait to have him on my island. He seems so interesting. I'm gonna have a lot of muscle heads though. Lots of chads. Lots of chads on my island. I got Chatter Chad, who wears the leather all the time. I got Iggly Chad, who's basically my personal trainer and really likes getting all pumped up. And then we got the magnificent Cock Benedict. Okay, cool. So that's one more islander from my island. Loving it. And now, to do something that will absolutely horrify him, and to rip down all that nature. So that way he can no longer point to anything and say, "Blimey, that's nature!" Bunk. I already took care of that tree. Okay. Now, it's time for me to ask some questions. It is time for me to tear down this thing called nature. I will become Hexus's best friend. Nobody knows who Hexus is, Sam. He's the gooey villain dude from Fern Gully that is played by Tim Curry. He has a blues song for his villain arc. And I'm really good at it. I should put it on my it is on my karaoke list. But one of these days when I do a karaoke stream, I will sing it. Oh no! Why does this always happen when I visit other islands? Fucking asshole wasps messing up my face and shit. Cut down the rest of your tree. See how well you stab me in the face with your little frickin' pricks when I tear down your home. God, some of the language I use, some of the words I use, it makes me a lol. Excuse me? And where do you think you're going? It wanted to be left alone, but I can't do that, Star Fox. No! My shovel! I gotta make another one now. Alright, I'll finish cutting down the trees first, though. I got stung by a wasp in a tree, and now all trees are my enemies. I will cut them all down, and none shall survive my onslaught. Take that, atmosphere. Take that, ozone layer. Who needs oxygen? Nobody needs oxygen to live. That's just an old wives' tale. Do not take anything I say seriously on the stream. I make lots of jokes and say a lot of things that everybody knows isn't true. So please do not take the things that I say as any sort of truth. Well, the stories actually happen to me. When I'm telling you a story, those actually happen. But Enjoying all this nature, Benedict?
Oh yes, it's my favorite thing.
Good. Should I craft something? Yes, let's craft a new frickin' shovel. Where's my shovel? Wahoo! I made a shovel. Good for me. Wahoo! I made another one. Excuse me. You thought I was kidding when I said I was going to raise this freaking island to the ground. Yeah, I take everything. The island's basically flat by the time I leave. No, not that one. The water skipper over there. Forgot how to catch those. I guess you just gotta use your net on the water, huh? Stop that! My pockets are full. Goddamn time. Let me learn this. Whatever it is. Wahoo! I should be able to take this now. But can I take this? Nope. Sweet, well I did what I came here for. And that's the important thing. Oh, gotta hit more rocks before I go. Those stack. Did I hit these rocks already? I hit those rocks already. Cool. See you later, Benedict. See you when you finally move on to my island. He's a cool guy. Decent cock, too. When am I not going to make those cock? He's a rooster. I can make those cock jokes all I want. Yeah. Alright, my butt was hurting there for a minute. Wow, I've been streaming longer than I thought. Maybe? No. I've been streaming longer than I thought I would be. Like I said, these are usually... This is not usually this long a stream. But then again, I don't usually go to islands to pick up villagers either. I just kind of do my dailies and pay my bills and then go home. But that's about what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go sell all my stuff, buy some medicine for my face, and talk to Lloyd and see if I can finish paying off that incline, and that'll be it for today. Who bought it? It's Benedict's home. He called Tom Nook while we were there. Cool. That's 2 sold and 2 that need selling. Great. Good news. Nope. Sorry, I thought that was one of the spider thingies. I panicked and I swung my net at it. I am here to sell. I am offering weed and anything, all the shells, all the plants, all the flowers, and anything that has more than 1 stack, which seems to not be much. Well, that's not a lot of muns. Oh well. Wait, I need my medicine. Unless I can find a villager who will just give me medicine. But they all seem to have gone home. Hello.
Samantha, I was so surprised by your face, I made up a word. Did you get stepped on? Or bit by a fish? Did you fall off your roof? Or get stung by a wasp? Yeesh, that looks painful. Hurry up and get better, okay? Hey, I know. I'll teach you my super special medicine recipe.
That works. And I can make medicine.
Get a wasp nest, and anyone is okay. It doesn't need to be a trendy label. BT dubs. This is the only time I'll ever tell you the label isn't important, okay? It's got an image to keep. Anywho, when you need some weeds, mush the wasp nest and the weeds together and boom, medicine.
Okay. Thank you for the medicine. Recipe, I guess. I don't have weeds or the wasp nest anymore. I guess I'll just go buy some medicine. I can always go buy medicine. It's not expensive. Then I gotta go talk to Blathers one more time. And then pay money to Lloyd is what I gotta do. No, don't talk to them. Cabinet, I need a medicine. Just one. Ta-da! My face is mostly normal now. I still have those piercing popo eyes, but my face is mostly normal now. Hey, Lloyd. I think I have the last of the monies you needs for the rampas. Maybe. I don't. But I'm close. Yes. How much more do I need? 7,000 bells. That doesn't sound too hard. I'm pretty sure I can get that Thursday. Or tomorrow. Sometime soon. Assess this fossil for me. Yay! I can go sell this one. I still need to no, I don't need to do assess the fossil. I need to make a donation, damn it! Let me make the donation! Crabs? Crab? Do you like crab? They're not bugs. They're crustaceans. Ass. Two hours. This is only supposed to be an hour-long stream. How am I still streaming? It doesn't take me this long to do my dailies. Special occasion. Getting villagers to move in so that it can get the bigger stars. I can get more stars. And if I get more stars, I can get the doggo who sings to come to my island and sing. We like the doggo who sings. I'm talking about KK Slider. I don't know who you're talking. You're talking about Dano GSD? He is also a doggo who sings. Alright. That's pretty much everything I can do today. So I'm going home. So many bugs. Avoiding spoders, because spoders are the devil. See, nobody wanders around the island at night without their bug net out. That's just dumb. I'm not here to sleep. I'm here to zip my game. Yes. 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 And we are back. Lots done today. Lots of people showing up. Lots of people chatting. Lots of interaction. And lots of stuff done. Even got a new villager. Benedict the New Zealander, I guess. He's a magnificent cock, and I am glad to have that magnificent cock on my island. He's a rooster. Stop looking at me like that. Anyways, thank you all so much for stopping by. I will be back here on Twitch doing more of my daily stuff, probably on Thursday, unless I'm not feeling up to it. Believe me, keep an eye on Twitch. I will let you know ahead of time if that is the case. I do twice a week, 18 plus sketch streams, Wednesdays and Saturdays. That's tomorrow. On Picarto, same username as I use here. And those start at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And of course, there is also my Sunday streams, which are longer and more involved, right here on Twitch, and those start at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. plushzelle wants to be sure that you guys will be there, because plushzelle enjoys your company as much as I do. And I think that just about covers it. Hopefully I'll have something to taste test on Sunday. I haven't really been looking, but hopefully I will have good news soon. I am on the path to affiliate, and our average viewership continues to go up. And here pretty soon I might actually be able to make affiliates. So if we can do that, then I will have redeems for you guys to be able to start redeeming, so you can interact with me more directly, and I would love that. And until the next stream, have a good week, have a good one, have a good weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye bye, matane. Ah.